Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm going to be showcasing the monowall firewall today through VMware Workstation, which I have set up to replace a pfSense firewall in a network that's already been set up. So first thing to note here is going to be my Ethernet connection. So if you go in here, go to the Network and Sharing Center, you'll be able to see my Ethernet connection. Oh, popped up on the wrong window, there it is. So we've got this. If we hit details, you can see that my Ethernet connection is through the Realtek PCIe GBE family connector. Let's get rid of that. And again here, you will see the Ethernet connection right here. Oh, right there. Details, same thing. So now we're going to go into our virtual network editor. Just give that a minute to load up. It keeps popping up on the other window, but doesn't really matter. So right now you don't see VMnet 0, but if I change these settings so that I can enable, for God's sake, administrator privileges, you will see it right here. So we've got VMnet 0. It is on the Realtek PCIe GBE family connector via a bridged connection right here. It says that. So that's connected to VMnet 0. So why don't we take a look at our network interfaces on all of my machines. So we'll go into the settings of the monowall firewall right now. And as you can see, the first network adapter is connected to VMnet 0, and the second network adapter is connected to VMnet 6, which is our LAN. So what we're going to be having is VMnet 0 routing the internet traffic through my Ethernet into the WAN, aka VMnet 0, and it will be filtering the connection and distributing that connection to the rest of my boxes via VMnet 6, which is our LAN. And as you can see, if I look at the other ones, VMnet 6 is the only network adapter on these ones. VMnet 6 on the AD server, and on DHCP we have VMnet 6. Alright, so why don't I do a little test for you, and I'll power up my workstation, DHCP, and AD03 server. Notice that I'm not powering the firewall on quite yet. I just want to demonstrate what works and doesn't work without the firewall turned on. So let's quickly log on to here. Gonna take a minute to boot up. I'll do a quick. Actually, I don't need to. Alright, we're in here, and AD03. Just give it a second to load this up. I'll pause the video real quick. Alright, and she is up. I have to get a well-timed Control-Alt-Delete to get this to work, so bear with me. There we go. Sorry about that. And we're gonna log in. And as you can see, initially, we do not have network connection on either of these boxes. You can't see it on here, but if we try to ping Google, we will not be getting a response. See there, we've got one error. Let's see. Can we ping within the network, though? Oops. So now I'll try, oh, I don't even need to type that in. Let's just try pinging workstation 03-Liam, which is set to this IP address. And that's going to time out. So as you can see, nothing's working right now because the firewall isn't up. So let's just boot the firewall up real quick, and I'll show you everything that's going on in here. Let me just full screen this right now. Alright, so as you can see, we have everything set up in here. For some reason, when I boot it, sometimes the WAN doesn't have an address here. Last time I had it booted, it was about the same as my public IP address. But that's no concern. So we've got that right there. LAN is EM1, which would be assigned right here. WAN is connected to my connection that is coming through my Ethernet adapter. And if we hop on workstation 01, be able to open up the command prompt. See, it still says that this isn't working, but once I open up the command prompt here, I will be able to ping. So let's just try pinging that. So let's try mono firewall. There we go. We're getting responses. Let's hop on 8003. Let's try ping 8.8.8.8. And it looks like we're connected to the internet now. It's still, oh, there it goes. It just updated. And DHCP, obviously. Let's try pinging another one within our network. Let's try pinging the AD. And we are going to get one received. Awesome, perfect. So we're going to hop on to Workstation right now and enter the firewall console through our network browser. Actually, before I forget, I'm going to go into here, go into the DNS, and just show you how I have everything set up. So in our forward lookup zones, we've got this right here, and we've got our three boxes right here. 8003, DHCP03, mono firewall, and workstation. They're all connected to different IP addresses that are assigned to each one. That's why I'm able to ping them by their name, and it is also the reason why I'll be able to connect to this via mono firewall. And I'm just going to re-enter these. Password is admin. Default password for the firewall is mono. Going to sign right in here. And we've got the firewall interface. So we can take a look at our LAN, take a look at our WAN. I don't know what's going on over here. So we could assign some new rules. If we click this little button right here, we can allow pass, block, or reject different connections. We could do, let's just do an example. Block on our WAN, all TCP connections. And we'll save that. So now we're blocking TCP connections. Let's just see if that worked. I don't know if I set it up correctly. So that's going to work. And that's going to work. But as you know, the connection won't be able to come in through our WAN based on that rule. Awesome. Or maybe because I didn't apply the changes. That could be it too. Everything's still working. Perfect. That was totally meant to happen. Alright, let's take a look at some of the other things on here. DNS forwarding, dynamic DNS, SMTP. We have a whole bunch of options. We have VPN options. We can look at our system status. So as you can see here, monowall.local, version 1.8.1. This firewall was last updated in 2014, as you can see. It'll give the date in UTC. It says 1:47:17. UTC is 5 hours ahead of us here. I think 5 hours. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yep, that's 5 hours ahead. So we've got the correct time on there. Through here we can see our WAN interface. This is the IP address that's supposed to show up in there. And we've got our LAN, which is 10.6.2/24 as evidenced by 255.255.255.0. And yeah, that's basically everything that has to do with this firewall. Thanks for watching and good luck setting up your own.